friends, family and people on the internet. If I'm lucky to have any of you in that third group, my name's Britt and I'm going plastic free and as zero waste as I can for Plastic Free July. And this video is on the basics that I need to achieve this. Everything on this table is simple items, they weren't hard to get, and they're things that I could not possibly do this month without. For the most part, they cover those sort of incidental plastics that you come in contact with in the day. A few of these things I bought, for the most part, I used what I already had. I think that there's this propensity when people go zero waste or any form of environmental movement to start consuming things like, oh, I have to go and buy a metal lunchbox and metal this, and this is plastic, I can never use it again. But I'm a big believer in using what you have, because resources and energy went into making, for example, a plastic container or a drink bottle, and I also am a student and I need to save some money, so I'm not going to go and spend, $60 on a metal lunchbox when I have a perfectly fine plastic one. But what I really want to do with these items is avoid those one-use plastics, your plastic bags, the straws, plastic cutlery, plastic packaging, that sort of stuff. So I'll go through everything on this table and explain what I use it for, and I'll put, if I did buy anything or I know where to buy stuff, a lot of this stuff I made myself or appropriated over time, I'll put a link in the description below. So the first and probably the most basic and important thing that everyone could do is swap plastic bags at the supermarket, which are one use. They look like jellyfish in the ocean. I'm sure we've all seen the videos. They're not even very durable, energy inefficient, and that is plastic bags. So to get rid of plastic bags, what we need to do, most people know this, is use reusable ones. So I've been using reusable bags for about a year and a half now, 2 years, on and off. I started with, I'm just going to show you, I started with this style of bag, which I just got from Coles for $2 because, again, I like to be cheap. I don't want to spend too much money, but I progressively found that they broke a lot. So on this bag here, we have a hole here. So this broke after 3 weeks, and I can repair this, and I will. But the problem with this bag is that it's completely made from plastic itself. So if it's only going to have a shorter life as 3 months, not only is it going to progressively cost me more money, but it's also going to be really hard to deal with end-of-life care. If you do need to recycle these bags, these actually fall under the Red Cycle program, so you can take them back to your supermarket. Coles and Woolies, they both have the soft plastic recycling, and this counts for that. So if I couldn't repair this, that's what I'd do. So I swapped to these about 6 months ago, which they're also from Coles, and these were $3, so not that much more expensive, 100% reusable. So everything in this bag, it's far more durable for one, so it doesn't break, which is important. But the other thing is what it's made from. So this one's made from, so the outer shell is made from jute and cotton, which are both natural fabrics. The handles are also made from cotton. And the only thing that's made from plastic is the bottom. And so when this does finally break, I can put this in just my normal yellow recycling bin, because it's a hard plastic. But like I said, I haven't had one break on me yet, so I'm quite optimistic. And with those natural fibres, if with end of life, I can just put them in the compost bin and it will decompose over time. So it's definitely the easiest option in terms of end of life care. So I've been using these and I'm really happy with them. So we've covered the end of your shop where you ditch those plastic bags, but the other place that we come into contact with a lot of plastic is during the supermarket shop is the fruit and veg aisle, where you put your veggies in those one-use plastic bags. So what most people do is they get produce bags, which are mesh bags, and you can get them from Organic Store, Whole Foods, online, Bunnings, that sort of thing, and they put their fruit and veg in there. And the good thing about that is it doesn't contribute any weight to your food. What I do, just because, again, trying to save some money, is I asked for Christmas from Sunniva, my partner's mother, who sews, if she could make me some produce bags out of some old fabrics. And so what she did for me, which is awesome, is made me these bags. And so I take these with me to the supermarket or the bulk food store, and I put, for example, this is my potato bag, and it's got my name on it, which is kind of cute. And it's also got how much the bag weighs. So I can get this man at the supermarket to take that price off. 72 grams of potatoes isn't actually much of a big deal, but if you're getting something like nuts, which I'll be using a smaller bag like this, it's probably a little bit more important to tear. Yeah, I've been really happy with those because they're really durable, and they're lightweight and very easy to wash repeatedly. And I've also appropriated a few cute ones in my travels, which are a little bit of fun. I guess the thing that really catches people out is, oh, I'm going to use reusable bags, and then they get to the supermarket and realise they've forgotten them. I've certainly done it. So most of the time now I go back home, but if I wasn't near the supermarket, it could be a problem. Some people keep them in the car. The other thing is that when you're just shopping around and you buy something unexpectedly, or you think you can hold it all and you're like, I can't, and that can become a real problem. So what I do is I carry in my handbag this guy, which I got from a Christmas stocking about 5 years ago from my dad, and it is plastic, but it's a shopping bag. And what I do is I open it up, and yeah, like I said, it's completely plastic, but it's as good as a soft plastic bag, but reusable. So yeah, I don't go anywhere without this, and it means that I can't get caught out. I think a lot of the arguments I've heard to people saying that they don't want to start using reusable bags is that they use the plastic bags a lot at home as bin liners and that sort of thing. And that's certainly something to consider. Naturally this month I won't really need bin liners, but the other thing to consider is that if you're transitioning to something, so I've been using reusable bags for 2 years, but on and off, because you don't get it right every time, is that you'll probably make a mistake enough times to cover that need. So just attempting to do, like, you know, every little bit counts. Every bag you don't use is a win. So rather than, I'm never going to use plastic bags again, just try and see how many times you can actually remember them. So that's plastic bags and shopping. The other thing is how much plastic we collect just in daily life. So when we buy a bottle of water or a bottle of Coke, go and get coffee, for example. So this guy is my best friend. Drink bottles. This is a plastic at the top, but metal drink bottle. I got it free. Shout out to KSL, brand new company in Geelong. So I'm, again, not big on buying things. I think drink bottles can be really overpriced. But yeah, this one just goes in the dishwasher once a week, and I just use it for my water, and it's been fantastic. And then with coffee, and we've all seen reusable cups. So there's this is a really good time to have a reusable cup, because there's a movement for responsible cafes, and so a lot of cafes now are giving you discounts if you use a reusable cup. The problem with coffee cups in particular is that then even the biodegradable ones or the good for the environment ones are really, really hard to compost. You can't just put them in your compost bin at home, it won't work. And there's not really the facilities in Australia to handle them right now, and they can't be recycled. So they're really a bit of the devil child, because we accumulate them en masse and there's nothing we can do with them. They're just going straight to landfill. So coffee cups are great. You can get them glass, metal, porcelain. I've got a plastic one. I got it free with uni when I signed up for, I think, the University Student Association. So that's mine, and I put my name on it because a lot of my coffee comes from uni, so I don't want to get anyone else's cup, because a lot of people have these. And yeah, it's been great. And also most reusable coffee cups keep your coffee warm for longer than the one-use ones, which is fantastic. So the other swap would be plastic cutlery. So a lot of us, you know, we buy our food on the go. So what I've got for this month, this is brand new, I've got these in Thailand, this is my cutlery pack. And so if you open it up, inside I have a pair of chopsticks, a fork, a spoon, and a napkin. And I'll come back to these napkins later. But basically, everything I need at any time, I can't get caught out, is in this container. So I just take this with me in my handbag with that, and I'm set. The other thing that can be quite useful, so it's one of those sort of evil, unnecessary plastics in the world, I guess, that, you know, only exists because plastic exists and we don't really need, is probably straws. And this month I have got 2 straws. So I bought these on BioMe online. I think they were like $3 each, and then the brush was another $2. So this is a smoothie straw, and this is a normal size straw with a spoon on the bottom. So if I wanted to get a nice coffee, for example, I could use that. So I can just carry these in my little packs, and then when I take them home, I can clean them with this. So, because a lot of people get worried that they get dirty, but I don't really think it's going to be possible with this brush. And yeah, so all up, less than $10 for the 3 of those. And those are the few things I bought. I did buy these, so these packs were, I bought them in Thailand, so 100 baht, so roughly $4. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about those. The other thing that's really useful to have around is napkins. So our one-use napkins aren't made of plastic, which is good, and they are compostable if I do come into contact with them, but a lot of energy is going into making those that isn't really required. So I got these napkins from an op shop. They're a plastic cotton blend, which gives it that, the plastic's good for that rigidity, but it'll be a little bit challenging for end of life care, but I got them from an op shop, so I stopped it going into landfill that way, and yeah, all up I think it was $6 for the lot. And so I can take them with me, and I can wrap any food scraps in them, so I can take them home and put them in my compost bin, that sort of thing. And then I have this cup, another awesome Christmas present from Eleanor. Shout out to Eleanor, Jacob, my partner's sister. So this is a kaleidoscope cup, I think they're called. So I can, if I have a situation where I can get it, but only plastic cups are available, I can use this. So it works like you carry it around like this, so it's nice and compact, and then you open it up. Sorry. And there you go. The only trick is I would never hold it from the bottom. You must always hold it from the top, and I always give it a good eh. I've only had one collapse on me once at a picnic, but I've never lived it down, so be careful with these ones. The other thing is that sort of food court style situations where you want to get food on the run, but it comes in packaging or it comes on a plastic plate. So that's what I've got these for. So for example, tomorrow I have an event at uni where there is catered food. So I will just take a napkin and a plate, and I'm good as gold. Another situation is hopefully I'm going to try and make as much food as I can myself from home, but if I come unstuck this month, I'm going to have this in my locker, which is a container, and it has a separator, and so I can put maybe rice and a curry there and buy that at uni if I have to, and then I don't have any waste and I can take this home and clean it. Like I said, I think it's really important to not buy new things, so I am using plastic a lot, and this is a sort of Tupperware style container with my lunches and to store food in and things like that, and even to buy stuff from bulk food stores. So I have all these here, and I will be using them religiously. I don't think plastic's the devil. I think one-use plastic's the devil. And finally, the other thing that I will not be surviving without, and I've been collecting for almost 6 months and I still don't have enough of, is glass jars. So glass jars are my best friend, for one, because I don't have enough and I can reuse them indefinitely. It gives me something I can actually buy from the supermarket other than fruit and veg. And then I reuse the storage container. So I've used these for everything from soups. I'll probably use them for stocks in the freezer now that I can't buy stock. I take them to the bulk food store, which I'll show in a later video, and use it to put like things like rice and chickpeas in. So they're really useful. And of course my biggest jar is my garbage jar for the month. And I guess the only other thing that I haven't covered here is the one that I think I'm going to struggle with the most. I think there's some things that everyone's going to find things that it's like, whoa, that's hard for me. So I'm trying to cut back on tissues this month. As a medical student, I'm a little bit of a germaphobe, so I'm not thrilled about the idea of reusing anything that I'm blowing my nose in. So I'm going to carry 2 with me a day and do 1 load of washing a week. I've collected all these hankies from op shops, or I had some from when I was a kid. Nice Mickey Mouse one right there. So yeah, I'll be using 2 of those a day and washing them religiously. But most of these are completely made with cotton, so when they do finally die their natural death, I can put them in the compost bin. Anyway, so that's my basics. That's my little bit longer weekend video for this week. If you watched nothing else, you should have watched this one because this is the one that matters the most. Anyway, thanks for your time. Hey, thanks for taking the time to watch today's video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Feel free to comment any thoughts or questions below or email me directly. No change is too big or too small. Everything counts. See you tomorrow.